So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. There's a court case coming out of the Ninth Circuit that has the chance to change everything that we know about diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in the United States. So we're going to be talking about it. The background here is that Courtney Rogers, she worked as a recruiter for the Compass Group. Now, the Compass Group is a cafeteria company. They provide food service across the United States and into Europe. They're a massive company, and they support cafeteria operations at universities, high schools, prisons, and anywhere in between. And they launched in March of 2022. They launched a program focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion that intentionally excluded white males. It was a training mentorship program and a guaranteed promotion upon the completion of the program. And supervisors could nominate the employees, but white men were intentionally ineligible to participate. So Rogers was asked to take on the program, but she raised her hand and said no, she could not do the diversity program in good faith because of her Christian beliefs that all people are equal. And after she asked to get a reasonable accommodation based on her religion, but ultimately she was fired at the beginning of November for not doing her job, failure to perform duties, right? Now, the Ninth Circuit Court is predominantly focused on the West Coast, California, Nevada, etc. You can see the map here. The Ninth Circuit Court can be very unpredictable. The Supreme Court reverses around 79% of the cases from the Ninth Circuit Court, which is pretty high, although it's only third among all circuit courts. This has to be viewed all in context with Groff versus DeJoy. We're seeing a lot of court cases come out as a result of Groff versus DeJoy. It's been kind of a big part of this channel, so let's talk about it real quick and give a recap. Groff was a rural carrier associate working for the United States Postal Service, was evangelical Protestant Christian, observed Sunday Sabbath, and as a result, religion requires him to rest and worship on a Sunday instead of working. When Amazon contracted with USPS to deliver their packages, that required working Sundays. And that required the postal rural carrier associates to work Sundays, and he repeatedly asked to be exempted from working Sundays. He ultimately quit working in 2019, sued the USPS for two reasons. Alleging he was disparately treated due to his religion and for failure to accommodate his religion. That was out of the Eastern Court. And the Supreme Court unanimously found in favor of Groff. And it's really important to note that it was unanimous. The majority opinion was written by Alito. The concurrence was written by Sotomayor. So it wasn't split along ideological lines. This isn't the matter of a conservative court or something of that nature. The case opinions and the concurring case opinions held that, almost universally, religious accommodations did need to be made, and it was very pronounced and very and agreed upon amongst the Supreme Court. So in the wake of that, we've had quite a few EEOC lawsuits that have been pushing back against various failures to accommodate religiously. We saw that with a court case recently about the jab mandate, where a employer was found in violation because they did not accommodate religion. And we're seeing it here in the wake of Groff versus DeJoy with Courtney Rogers out of San Diego. While I'm not as versed in the Bible as I perhaps should be, I understand the concept between equality in the Bible. And I think that perhaps I'm curious whether or not it will be sufficient. The Bible is very clear that there is neither Jew nor Gentile, neither slave nor free, for you all are one. And there are definitely verses that treat people equally. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you have one teacher, you are all brothers. So there's definitely verses that come from the Bible that specifically call out equity among people. And there are perhaps commandments to, love one another as I have loved you. So, but I'm not sure if it's a closely enough held belief, similar to Groff versus DeJoy, where it was very clear, thou shalt not work on the Sabbath, and this person, did not work on the Sabbath and did not require it. And ultimately, the company in Groff versus DeJoy wasn't doing it previously. So when the person signed up, those were the terms of their employment. So, what will this mean? Will this result in sort of a spiraling, never ending religious accommodations debate in the workplace where things that are tangentially related to employment and religion are accommodated? And if so, where does that ultimately end? And I think that that new horizon is what I'm most interested in watching, and as an HR practitioner, most concerned with, because it could be a never ending minefield of various religious accommodations for tangentially related workplace events. I don't know. I'm going to be watching this space and this specific court case very closely. So if you see any updates on this, please let me know. It just came across my watch list, and I was really interested in the result. I will keep you updated. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.